We're going to finish our boxes today and hopefully get to do the lid as well. Is there anybody who is finished with their box and ready to do the lid? Okay, one person. All right. So I already have 3 walls on my box and I'm going to put the 4th on right now. So I'm just going to score these last areas. The last wall is definitely the hardest one to get on because you can't score. You can't smooth your coils on the inside with your hands. You have to do it with a tool. It's too deep to get in there. So for this last one, you have to do 3 sides here, and you have to do 3 sides here. Go ahead. I'm recording right now. Go ahead. Okay. So make sure that you're scoring the actual parts that are going together. So the bottoms, and then this one, you have to do the top side so it attaches with this one. So I'm scoring the top. And then with this one, you have to score the side, not the top. Okay, I'm going to get slip on this part right here. Okay, and then I can put it together. It looks like there's a gap here. So I can probably fix that with a coil. So I'm going to do a thicker coil, I think, on this edge right here because there is a little bit of a gap. You guys, I'm recording a demonstration. Guys, I'm recording a demonstration. Shh. All right. If there's anybody who's doing their 4th wall who ends up with a little bit of a gap like I do, this is what it looks like. See that? So I'm going to actually be putting a coil that's a little bit bigger than usual inside there to compensate for that and kind of pushing it in and then smoothing it out to make it look like there was never a gap. What you are better off with is a slab that's just a little too big rather than a slab that's a little too small like mine. So if you're ending up with your last wall being a little bit too big, that's better and easier because you can just trim it. But if you're ending up with a gap like I have, like that, don't worry, it is fixable. You're just going to fix it with the coil that you put in. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I use some slip first before I put the coil in because I really want this coil to fill in this gap and adhere. So I'm shaping it as I'm putting the coil in. I'm pushing it pretty far in so that it fills in that gap and shaping it with my other hand on the outside as I go so that it doesn't warp. Okay, and then this extra piece of coil can go in the bottom. And then I need one more coil for this side right here. All right, and then you can use your tool to get in there. If you can reach your hand in, you can do as much as you can with pressing the coils in with your hands, and then the rest with the tool. All right, now don't forget about the outside of the box. It's really important also, not just for function, that you smooth the outside of the box so it doesn't fall apart, but also for looks. You want it to be nice and smooth on the outside. So here's this gap, the crack that was here from when I had too small of a slab. So I'm going to pinch that together. The coil that I put in there did fill it in, but now I need to make that visible crack disappear. So I'll use my smooth rib tool to help smooth that out. You also might find that you'll smooth this out and then you'll put it in your bag and you'll take it back out of your bag tomorrow and you'll be able to see the cracks again. So you may have to do some re-smoothing each day that you're working on it. Okay, I see a crack. This was smoothed already the other day, but now it needs to be smoothed out again. That can happen as it sits overnight or over the weekend. Just taking this extra clay that was on the rib and kind of filling in this gap here. And then smoothing it out again. So once you're finished building your box, just make sure that you are making every side, and even the bottom as smooth as you can. You can see another bit of a crack here that became visible after it sat over the weekend. And let's do the side. This is the last side. It looks pretty good. Just do a little bit more smoothing. And then we will tap this upside down to make sure the walls are even. Okay, I'm going to put it upside down, smooth out the bottom a little bit, and then tap it upside down so I can make sure it's all one height. I don't want the walls being different heights. Okay, once you've got your walls and the bottom all smoothed out, you're going to take your box and you're going to gently tap it upside down like this. This is going to ensure that your walls are all the same height so that when you put your lid on, it doesn't look like it's lopsided. Okay, and turn it back over. Then I can do a little smoothing on the top. You can see the inside of my box is not very smooth, so I can work more on that. But I do want to try to show you before I end this demonstration how to do the lid. So what I'll do is work on my smoothing inside the box later and just show you how to do the lid. Okay, so the lid is the last square that you cut. That's 4 by 4. Okay, so here's the lid. It's a 4 by 4 piece. And you want to make sure that your 4 by 4 piece is still 4 by 4. Also put it on your box that you've made and make sure that your box is still 4 by 4. It looks pretty good. So I'm just taking this lid, making sure it actually fits exactly the size of the 4 by 4 box. Okay, so that's pretty exact. All right, take that off. Okay, let's smooth this out a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of my slip on this side. Okay, take my rib tool and smooth it out.
Good morning, staff and students. Today is Monday, March 21st, and here are your morning announcements. Please
You guys, I'll have to finish the lid demonstration tomorrow. So you guys can start cleaning up now.
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty.